First of all, to start a grocery or store in France, I believe it's also applied to every other businesses because I, for one, I have uh, so today I'm going to be talking about opening a grocery shop in France. Okay. If you are business minded person like me, or if you live around France or Europe, I guess it's almost the same process here. So don't mind the way I'm looking. Actually, I just woke up, so I was like, okay, it would be a very good idea for me to document my business process and everything. So here today, I'm going to be talking about how to start a grocery shop or rather store in France. So let's get right into it. First of all, to start a grocery or store in France, I believe it's also applied to every other businesses because I, for one, I have another company, yeah, a personal company. So the process is almost the same with my other business, but the only thing is in Europe or France, when you are dealing with foodstuffs or something, there's this strong law that governs this area of food because of hygiene and all that. So first of all, the first thing you need to start a grocery store in France is one, you will need money. Yeah, sure. Because you have to plan around money because everything you going to be doing is money. You have to pay for this, pay for that, pay for that. So let's just assume that you have enough money. So then the second thing is looking for a store, that's a shop and a vacant store, something like that. Then the third thing is registering your business. Yeah, that's how it works here. You know, in places like Africa, because I will tell you truthfully that whether you live in Canada, you live in America or Europe, the process is, or rather, the process is the same because you definitely have to get a shop, an address. Let's just say address, because which is the store before you would, even talk of registration. You have to get your license. So you need the store before the license because it's the address of the store that you will use in registering your store, your business. So now let's say, for example, you can't just go, like for example in Africa, you could just get your shop and probably start selling, start buying your stuff inside. But here is not the same thing. You have to get a shop, you have to register it, the address, you have to register the business even before bringing your inventory. So you have to do all that before bringing in your your business, your, what's it called, the goods or something. So first of all is to register the store. Then before even thinking of going through the process of buying your products. Okay. Then another thing is looking for suppliers, wholesalers. Wholesalers, really, I don't think it's something that is really that difficult to get, because with the help of Google and all that, you could just go through it and look for wholesalers in your country, in your area, or you know. So I'm just talking of general. I'm talking about general. Let's assume there's someone out there that is looking for, information about this. So first of all, I'm just telling you about you or other person watching me right now that is interested in opening uh, a convenience store. So that is what I'm doing. But after this, I'm still going to tell you about my own process, because I would like to document my own process too. So that maybe in 2, 3 years' time, I will still like, look back. I'm like, oh, look at where the stage, the stages and everything. So as I was saying, you look for wholesalers, and after that, you look, let me, before I forget this, the reason you can never start a shop before in Europe, or in France, without registration is this: to even start with, wholesalers are not going to allow you purchase a product from them without your, we call it a cabis, without your cabis, that is your license document. You cannot, they won't, in fact you can't, because they will not even allow you. So then that is another thing. And secondly, I can't even see it happening, because everything here, it's stages. You have to register, you have to do that, you have to do that before, when the registration is done before this. So I've talked about that. So I just wanted to add this, that even the wholesalers, they only sell to those that have their registration number. Okay. Then let's assume now you have your inventories and all that. So the next stage is to start putting, first of all, you might get a shop that is already made, that is already done. Rather, how will I put this? Like, sometimes you can get a store that you still need to fix one or two, but there are some that you already is already, well fixed. So all you need is just to put in your um what's the word? The storage or something. Is it storage? Don't worry, I'll put the name there. So just, the we call it etage, to put, to arrange your stuff. So you have to fix all that inside, and voila. If everything is already done, just like Africa, also just arrange your products, your everything and all that. So then, is there any other thing? Is there any other thing? Is there any other thing? So another thing you have to put into consideration before going into a grocery business in France is, you have to make sure that you have enough income. This I must say. Have enough income. Enough income. To be frank, I'm not going to tell you, it's better you have enough income. Because when you have enough income, starting a convenience store doesn't mean that you will start it today and start making enough money today. Because look, you have to pay your rent. You have to pay the rent of the store. You have to pay light bills, perhaps internet. You have to pay insurance. Definitely, you're gonna insure your business. That one insuring the business is very important. I think it's just like it's from the beginning, because just like you getting an apartment here, whenever you, so for example, I for one, or everybody, when you are trying to have an rent an apartment here, the process of signing the contract, the first thing that will ask you, the agency or the landlord, depending on who you are dealing with, will ask you is the insurance. So it's just the same thing with business too. So you would like to insure your business in case of anything like fire, um thieves and all that. So you would like to insure the business so you will not be like that. So that is something, another thing. So imagine you are going to pay the insurance, you're going to pay your light bill, water bill, and everything, because you definitely going to use toilet, you have to flush. Sure. And you might also need water for one or two, so you will need water, so you're going to pay water, this and that. And so imagine you are starting the store, and you're not just going to think like, oh, the first 3 months I'm going to make. No, it's not like that. You're not I'm going to tell you the truth. Even though you will make something, but people are just getting to know you, getting to know your store and all that. So with that, you have to make, kind of you planning ahead, so that you don't just be behind, and in the end you are like, oh, I thought. So there's nothing to thought. The truth is, you have to plan very well before going into it. So that is it for now, but still I'm going to make another video to tell you about my own process. And I would like to vlog every process of mine, which I already started doing, but still I will just tell you all that you need to buy. And since here I've already told you the process, the major process of processes of what to do and all that. But in my own video, I'm going my own, because I have already started mine. So I'm just going to tell you, this is what you need to buy, this is what I have bought, and this is it. So for now, let me leave you guys. Do have a blessed day. Do have a lovely time. Bye for now.